Fall needs its own wardrobe full of comfortable pieces. You want to be able to have a layered look while staying comfy. You need warmth that's still extra breathable. That's why today's episode of the Truth Lounge is sponsored by Rome. Building mental fitness is vital to everyone's success on and off the court. That's why Rome is a proud partner with Kevin Love and the Kevin Love Fund. They're opening up discussions around mental health. Head to Rome.com/smoke and use promo code SMOKE to save 20% off your entire order. That's 20% off your entire order when you head to Rome, RHONE.com/smoke and use code SMOKE. It's time to embody your most confident self. Rome's premium performance clothing is made to move you. Use code SMOKE to save 20% at www.rhone.com/smoke. Yo, welcome to the Truth Lounge. It's going down today. All right, everybody, welcome to the Truth Lounge. Back at it again. Your boy Pete Pearson, of course, Jay Crowe. What's up, man? What's been going on with the Wood, the Inglewood High basketball team? What? Give me an update.
Yeah, we've been rolling.
Y'all
Far, so good. We're gonna hit a harder part of the schedule coming up.
What's the record right now?
5-0.
5-0.
5-0.
Y'all went down to Fresno, took care of business.
That was a great game. That was probably the greatest game. Just taking the team down there, building chemistry.
Mm-hmm.
We started off. We was down 18 at halftime. Came back, played some outstanding defense. Big Parker did his thing, and we got out of there with a good win.
Nice.
Got the boys some Wingstop. So everybody was
got on some Wingstop. What's going on with J2 right now, man? What's going on in the district? He played a couple games, and I see he been out. What's the latest on his status?
Well, this is an unprecedented situation for CIF, so I don't want to say nothing bad about what they're doing, but I don't agree with how they're ruling in this case because it's not something that's there. But they initially said, well, he can play, and if he doesn't get a certain permit from LA within 60 days, then they will forfeit those. They changed up on that position, but he's just working out hard, man, and the team is getting the opportunity to build depth. We're still down an additional 2 players we won't have until December.
Mm-hmm.
The energy is great around the team, so I love it. It's been going real good right now, and the girls went viral. We saw that, so that was just a blessing, you know. Just the energy that we're bringing back. The energy around the Wood, I'm seeing it. Everybody's talking about it from the football homecoming to us when we had Utah Prep and AJ and you and Trevor and the mayor in the building to what's going on, and the girls. It's a good feeling right now. So.
All right, that's what's up. Well, we got to shift into some NBA, man. It's the start of the season. I always like to say around 20, 25 games, you know who a team is at that point. So we starting to kind of get a feeling of who's going to be what. You know, it's just... I
think this year is going to be different from that, though. Just a little bit. Because I think teams...
You already know, like, at this point,
who the
about
top?
20, 25 teams. After 20 to 25 games, you pretty much going to be that team that you're going to know who the contenders are and who going to be what. I'll say around 30, almost close to, we have the 20-game mark right now.
Mm-hmm.
So, everything is still trying to play out. But we already know the Celtics is for real, the defending champs, of course. I see Cleveland, what they've been doing. Cleveland been looking good. I knew there was going to be a team that was going to be a threat, but I didn't know there was going to be this good.
They seem to have great chemistry right now. Yeah. They seem to be a team that likes to play together. They probably bonding, living in Cleveland. It ain't much to do, so they're probably all hanging out together. They've been working on with each other. Their team didn't make a lot of changes. Yeah. And that's why everybody thought, well, this team, they didn't make no changes in the offseason. They're not going to make it. But their biggest change might have been from within of how they're going to approach the games and how they get along. Because there's something special going on in that locker room.
Well, they got coaching.
Kenny Atkinson?
Atkinson? Yeah, he's doing a good job down there. I like what he's doing with that team.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like. But who else in the East? You already got the Celtics, Cleveland. Who else you see in the East that is just kind of like, all
Well,
right,
that's what I'm saying. I'm trying
the
to
Knicks?
figure it out. I'm trying the
What you think
Knicks.
about the Knicks?
I'm not sure. I always like them. I like what Karl Anthony Towns brings to the table. You know, I know they haven't really took off like everybody
Mm-hmm.
expects, but I like their team with Brunson in the playoffs. They're going to
Yeah,
be a tough out because they have a guy that can get points, and they have defense out there with OJ
OG
Anunoby.
Anunoby.
Right, with those type of guys and Bridges
Yeah,
and Hart, you got the kind of guys that you get into a playoff game, they're going to get them tough rebounds. They're going to get you
they
them
just still lack
50-50.
depth. They don't got the depth.
Yeah, so
I
help is
like
going
what's
to be
going
an
on. You know what
issue.
I do? Who I do like in the East? I like Orlando. They ain't had Paolo since like the first couple weeks of the season, and I think they're like 11-5 without him. Uh, he'll be coming back into the lineup pretty soon, so I think they're gonna be a scary team. I like them last year. You got Orlando, of course. Celtics bring Porzingis back. That looked crazy.
Yeah, the
That's just
Celtics are just, I mean, they got too many weapons. The Celtics team is just,
Peyton Pritchard is playing like the best six man in the
yeah, a
league.
lot of these guys are maturing that we're seeing right now, but
Yeah,
Peyton Pritchard guy has to be the front runner,
Tatum playing at an
the sixth
MVP
man
level.
of the year. Yes. Yes, he is.
I don't see nobody beating them in a healthy Celtic team in a 7-game series. And I'm just trying to think Knicks, Cleveland, I don't know. I just don't know. And obviously the story of the Eastern Conference for me is the Philadelphia 76ers. What what do you think happens to them? You got Paul George, Maxey, and Embiid. They all really ain't played together a lot. One's been out of the lineup, the other one's been in, and then it's just like I think they only play like 2 or 3 games together. But they in a hole right now, and I'm not sure if they can get out this hole. What you thinking now? I mean, they
Well, this is
can
the
they can still make the
situation.
play in though. They can
They
still
can
make the
they
play
can they
in.
can work their way through.
Yeah,
Everything is predicated on Embiid's health.
yeah.
But see, his health, the difference between before is that he hasn't gotten to a rhythm this year. A lot
No,
of times he's in a rhythm, and so then it don't take much to get back. He still haven't discovered the rhythm. So he's gonna have to do that to even before they get to the
and
point.
get in shape,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So usually he's in shape,
rhythm.
rhythm and all that. So I don't see
And if
them.
you're not playing back-to-back games, then that's going to be tough. Let's talk about Milwaukee. What about Milwaukee now? They earlier they was looking like
Yeah.
it was going to be a long year. It looked like they've turned it around. They've won. Let's see, they won the last 8 out of 9 games, I believe. And so
Well, the Greek freak is showing you why he
he's
earned the
playing
name
back at the
the freak.
MVP level.
You know what I mean?
He,
Yeah,
he
he
he's
had a
playing at an
45
MVP.
point
They've won
triple
like
double.
6 in a row. He's playing at an MVP level
He's
right
ultra
now.
aggressive right now. He's trying to get every rebound. He's pushing the ball. He's trying to impact the game every
Yeah.
possession. He's in great shape, and they're behind the A ball. So that's what you see
You
in
think they
players
can
like
still be?
him.
You think they're still a contender?
They can push somebody, but I just don't think they have the depth like to contend for it all. I think we got to see what Middleton's story is. Is he healthy? Can he come back? Because he's still a potentially great player. So we got to see that, But I don't like their depth, me personally. I don't like their depth.
So contenders in the East: Celtics, Cleveland,
Knicks. I think the
Them is
Knicks
the
still
only
got to be
3.
there. But I think we still got to let's see what Orlando can do.
Orlando, man,
Because
can't
I
forget
think
about
I
them.
think Paolo was, before he got injured, he was developing into a guy that can really take the reins and like, look, I can, on a matchup, nobody can stop me. I can be the best player every time I step out.
Talking about Paolo.
Yeah, in his mind,
Yeah,
right? I think he can take that confidence with the type of team he has.
yeah,
He has a team full of guys that are maturing in the league right now at the
yeah.
same
And they
time.
young.
They've been around though.
Yeah,
So
they
now you
young.
seeing them maturing and they're getting experience without him. So I would like to see them. That's why I said this year is different because I think we have so many people out like Apollo. Like there's so many things that need to be figured out.
All right, what about the Western Conference? Pretenders and contenders. Who are your contenders? Obviously, I think OKC. OKC is legit.
Well, they in first.
Yeah, they legit.
And they've been there since when? Where was they last year?
They was first. They
That's
ended
what I'm
first.
saying.
Yeah. So
That's
you
what I'm
got
saying.
look,
So they
all
on
right.
us. They keeping going.
Who could push them? Because Minnesota not looking the same. Obviously, I think Denver can push them once they get healthy. They need Aaron Gordon back. Memphis will be good this year. They've been looking good with
Well, it's
Ja.
matchups too, like you're talking about, because when they play against Denver, who's the matchup for Jokic? So it's going to be which one of those two great players closes the show right? Because that's why the West is so intriguing. They get into a matchup, Steph Curry goes bonkers, starts hitting half-court shots, start going to sleep.
The
Then you
Warriors,
get
they can be
I'm just saying the West
Yeah.
is like that, where in a series,
Yeah.
Oklahoma City is really, really good, and you know where it's coming from. It's coming from Shea.
Yeah.
But they still have matchup problems against some of these other teams.
Yeah.
As good as Shea is, what if AD go off in a LeBron series and you catch that second round matchup and you got to deal with LeBron and AD, LeBron
They
turning back
match
the
up now
clock?
because they got more depth with Hardenstein. Is that his name? Hardenstein?
You like him?
I
Come from New
love
York?
him. I love him. Because once you get Chet back later in the year, tremendous depth at the big spot. He's been holding it down since Chet been out.
But what about the Suns, right? What are we
The
going to say
Suns?
about the Suns? Well, no, where are they at right now?
They contenders. They've been.
But where are they now?
They 7th slot, but they've lost games due to injuries. Durant been out the lineup. Bill's been out the lineup.
So we're going to put them in contenders.
When they all together, they look good. When they all together, they up there.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Durant's played 12 games. Bradley Bill's played 1. The only one that's played all the games was
But when are we
Booker.
going to say if this is the same story with them? They're getting older. This is not a young group that just come on, fly, bouncing back, spring into action. This group is getting older. It's kind of like, reminds me of like the Clippers when they had with the
So
Kawhi,
are they
Paul George
a
thing.
contender or pretender?
I'm not giving them contender status right now.
Pretender then.
Yeah.
So who are your contenders? Are the Golden State Warriors contenders?
The Golden State Warriors are not contenders.
Are
right
the
now.
Lakers contenders?
The Lakers, they can't be considered contenders, no.
Is Minnesota contender?
Right now, none of these guys are contenders.
All right.
Okay, OKC.
It looked like one team is
Because
throwing
the
a
Rockets
wrench.
are in second. The Rockets are taking
Rockets
advantage
is
of.
throwing a wrench
They're
in
taking
everything.
advantage of being the youthfulness, being healthy. They're going to play hard every night. They got a great coach who's going to push them. They got depth in terms of young players who coming in hungry to play defense.
And they got veterans.
Yeah, so
Van
if they get a lead on you, they can hold out. You gotta blow the Rockets out in the first quarter and then try to hold them off.
Yeah.
I don't know where they'll be at the end of the year, what their playoff experience is going to look like, but that's what I'm saying. The West, this is who I want to see. I'm questioning about the Grizzlies this year. Or do they have enough? Is Ja going to reach that level? He plays at that level.
Yeah.
You know, and he's missed some games. Are they a team that can come out of the West this year, in your opinion?
Oh, man, that's a tough. I think the West is so balanced. It's hard to say because when you look at the East, you say, oh, there's Celtics, you say Cavs. But then when you look at the West, you got about like 7 teams that can come out of the Western Conference.
You do.
You got about 7 teams. I don't like Golden State. They can come out. You get Curry in a series. OKC, they look like they're maturing. You got, Lakers is the biggest wild card because you still got LeBron and AD playing at a high level.
Yeah.
And then we saw what Ant-Man did, and you know what the Joker is. He's the best player in the league.
You saying if Phoenix is healthy.
And Phoenix is healthy, that's another 6. And then you got to deal with teams like Memphis and the Rockets. So
Yeah, this year is a lot of parity.
in the West it is.
In the West.
Yeah, and then shoot. The Clippers can spoil somebody's surprise the way the beard been going, and the Clippers looking like because they well coached and they hold afloat. Just think if Kawhi come back, like how they been playing. So the West is definitely, I'm gonna keep my eye out, but I've been disappointed in Minnesota for the most part. This early through 20 games, they under 500. And calling them soft out there. Everybody got their own agenda. You think they can turn it around? That trade ain't looking so good right now, huh?
Well, it's not the trade.
You don't think it's the trade?
But if he calling them soft, this is my thing. If he calling them soft, right, why is he not doing something about it? Is that his way of doing something about it? going to the media,
calling everybody
so he can't
out.
talk to everybody and get them going.
I mean, they were a top defensive team last year, the top defensive team last year, and now they're not even in the top 10.
So is he talking to himself, or is he talking? That's what I'm saying. Like, they're lacking leadership at this point.
You know, for them, I
who's
think
the lead? Because
what's
who's
his
going to
name?
be
He
the guy?
hasn't taken the step, I think, and he needs to be better for them because he could be a really good role player, and that's Jaden McDaniels. Right. He needs to take the jump. Like he hasn't. I'm not sure he's taking the next jump yet to being like that guy you could count on night in and night out. I need 15, 16, 18 from you. That got to be consistent from you. And elite defense. You know what I'm saying? You know, he only giving them. He got to bump that. He got to give me like 15
but we don't
a
know how
night.
they
He got to
run
give me
their
like
offense.
15
Also
a night
with
though.
them, with Conley, you really lack a floor general. If you're not gonna have a traditional point guard, you still got to have a floor general, somebody who gets you through the game. Yeah. And I think that's what they're lacking right now. Somebody who can organize, who understands flow. I'm not saying Conley doesn't understand that, but it seems like now.
Well, he's older now too.
He's older now.
It's hard for him to keep up with these young, quick guards.
Right. So you need somebody else.
Your point of attack on defense at the top is defensively that guy. It's tough to keep people out the lane. So that's probably one of the reasons they're not as good at a defensive team. And you don't have your big twin towers. You got shorter when you don't got Cat out there.
Right.
And so Randall's had some impressive games, but when you build a chemistry and you go far in the playoffs, like I don't understand why GMs overthink it. Like you bring them back. You see what you can add to what you got.
Right.
Like you took a big piece that they were starting to build something over there.
Analytics did it.
The analytics.
But then you took somebody who really, they thought Randall would be a better shooter. Karl Towns spaced the floor.
Huh?
He's probably a better Who's a better three-point shooter, Randall or Towns?
Towns. It's not even close.
That's what I'm saying. So
it's not even
you
close.
went and got somebody who's shorter and doesn't shoot the ball as well.
Yeah.
You know you want those Wingstop boneless wings. With the boneless meal deal from Wingstop, you get 20 boneless wings, 4 delicious flavors, an order of large fries for $16.99. Mango, habanero, OG hot, and my favorite, lemon pepper. What are y'all waiting on? More wings, more flavor, more bang for your buck. The boneless meal deal from Wingstop. Order now at wingstop.com.
So now look, we got something we're going to do is tell me the truth. Just a couple questions I'm going to ask that we ain't really talked about. All right? You can tell the truth on it here. Why did the Big Three in Boston ultimately break up?
The Big Three in Boston ultimately broke up because Ray Allen left. that was it. I mean, he went off to Miami. There was some contract things that was going on him behind the scenes and disputes with Doc. You know, the communication just wasn't there, and that was the beginning of the breakup.
He went there, and they took a leg, and that was, people don't talk about that enough, how that helped bolster Miami, them taking the piece off of y'all table.
No, but we when we didn't sign Posey the next year after we won, and then a few years after that when Tony Allen was starting to come into his own, we didn't re-sign him. It was just like, it was slowly breaking up. And now you look at this championship team, the Boston team, they signed everybody after they won.
Right.
If we had kept that blueprint, it wasn't even like they was asked for big money too. Because Ray went down to Miami and got like $5 million, I think, or mid-level, and then TA only signed for $3 million per year. Like,
yeah, you could have got him.
So we could have kept our pieces. And that was ultimately, I think we just tried to, penny pinch. And I think it really cost us.
Okay. What's becoming a lost art in the league? Who is your 5 all-time ISO scorers?
Ooh, 5 all-time ISO scorers?
Give them the ball, get out the way.
That I had to guard or just period? Like the switch on? I'm going to say...
Just give us the ones you had to guard.
Allen Iverson.
Yeah, like you out there on the island.
You on the island. Allen Iverson Island. You don't want to be there.
What was it with him? Was it just the quickness? Like the way
It was the quickness and you already in front of him thinking like, damn, he gonna cross me and I don't know which way, or he just gonna go by you. It's just it got to the point I'm gonna just go for the reach, and if I don't get it, he gone. I can't slide with him.
Right.
Yeah, and it was just like, damn, you just don't want to fall. He gonna do something where you lean one way.
Yeah.
You like, oh,
So
man,
you
come
work
on.
too hard, he gonna get you.
Man, okay, so ISO scores. So you got AI, you got Vince Carter for sure on the island. Toronto Vince Carter on the island, mid post.
He gonna raise up.
Man, you gotta say ISO, just ISO scores. Melo for sure. Tracy McGrady. And I'm just using Eastern Conference guys because I played against them the most.
So no Kobe.
I mean, I never fell victim to like them 60, 70 point barrages he had in the Western Conference. But I mean, obviously Kobe is one of the great scorers along with LeBron, but we saying like the guys who I have to match up with the most isolation.
Yeah.
See, Bron, he gonna take you through a lot of pick and rolls. So you're gonna be, we talking about just pure ISO. So I'm gonna say Melo, AI, Tracy, Vince, and in the Eastern Conference, just like, damn, I got this switch over here. Wait, hold on. Let's see. You got AI, Vince, Tracy, Melo, and Joe Johnson. Yep.
ISO Joe.
Yeah, ISO Joe. Yep.
He gonna dribble until he get to his spot.
Yep.
Clips that like people try to give you a hard time about. Where does the Joe Johnson one kind of rank in terms of like that crossover?
I remember the ball was low and I just dove to try to get it. Like it wasn't the move that made me fall. I dove at the ball. Like how you used to do on defense. Like when it's right there, you just dive at it. I pretty much kind of dove at it, like just trying to gamble. It wasn't like the move put me like, I was like, oh. No, it wasn't the move that did it. I went for the steal and he took care of it. But Joe, is he one of them ones? No doubt. So them is my 5, no particular order. We talking ISO scoring, no need. I don't need a pick. Get out the way. Let's go.
Okay, let's get to this. If you could play one game over, which one game would it be?
If I can play one game over. If I can play one game over.
I think I know what the answer is.
No, you won't know this one. This would be game. I want to say game 4 of the Eastern Conference Finals versus New Jersey. I think if we win that game, we could have went to the finals that year. Game 4.
So that would have put y'all up 3-1 or 2-2?
3-1, I believe, right? We were up 2-1. That would have put us up 3-1. I think I missed one free throw. I missed a free throw that could have tied it, and we wound up losing. I wish I had that back.
Right. And then that led to a whole, because y'all was right there.
Right there.
And then went down. Then the program was downhill. From the finals to like...
Yeah, game 4, I believe. I missed the free throw.
Yeah, that's better. I was thinking game 7 Lakers, but that wasn't really in your hands.
You played 48 minutes. You had 31 in the game.
But I missed the free throw. Yeah, I remember that. We would have tied it at least with like under 10 seconds to go. It was like 5 seconds to go. Right. That one hurt.
Yeah, so it was tied with 17 seconds. Harris got him up 2 with free throws.
And then I missed
one. You go to the
one.
line with 1 second left. You missed the first one. And then I assume you intentionally missed the second one to try to get the rebound, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think something sound about right. Yeah, I missed that free throw.
Right. Yeah, you can have that back. Ain't no doubt about it. Ain't no doubt about it. Best locker room story that you never told on live, on podcast or something.
Best locker room story? Man, that's a thick archive.
One of the best, I
That
should
happened
say.
in the locker
It
room.
ain't the best, yeah, but one of the best.
Oh man, locker room story.
You ain't got nothing like
The
Jalen
crazy.
Rose. He had one when somebody body slammed Sam Mitchell. Remember?
No.
You ain't
Listen
got
though.
one of those?
No. It got real one day. So Delonte West is playing Von Wafer ones, right? After practice is over. This practice is over. We all in the locker room, so I'm still kind of on the court. Some guys in the weight room, some guys in the locker room. So I'm kind of watching them play ones. Man, it's getting heated too. It's getting heated. So Delonte check up. I don't know what happened before this, but the check was so hard. He tried to knock his face off. He said, check from this close. Like, right? And I was just like, damn.
That's automatic fight, dog. That's automatic fight. That's
exactly.
automatic fight.
Automatic fight.
Nothing less.
This close, the check was full blown to his chest. And so he was like, come on, man. And so Danny right there too. So man, I kind of watching it. You know, Von kind of, they battling for minutes. So they playing ones.
Right.
So, all right, it happened again. He scored on him again, checked again. Boom!
Checked
I'm
it.
talking about he hit him hard. He hit him hard in the face.
He getting hot. He getting
It's
scored
getting hot.
on.
He getting hot. He was like, man, I ain't about to do this, dog. So he walk off. Like, I can't do this. And then we like, Dad, you gonna quit? So he like, man, I don't want to do it. Man, I ain't about to deal with this bullshit, right?
Yeah, he don't want to probably fight though.
Yeah, he don't want to fight. Delonte want to fight. So I'm like, D, y'all, you good, dog? Come on, man, chill, dog, chill. He's like, yeah, I'm good, P, I'm good. So Von already went back to the locker room. I'm talking to Delonte West in the weight room. He's like, yeah, I'm good. All right, man, we done. He walks in the locker room. He has to walk past Von Wafer. He walks past Von Wafer and said, boom, clicked his clock right there, right? And just fired on him in the mouth.
Come on,
He
man.
did, dog.
Come on,
he
dog.
He just fired on him in the mouth.
He tried to do it like a
But
Ray
look,
Allen. He tried to do it like
though. But look, this one we had Diesel on the team. We had all big goons on the team. You had Diesel, Perk, JOKG. Like they turned looking like, oh damn.
Because it's too late. He just fired on him.
And then he fired on him. So now they tussling in the locker room. Then Von Wafer somehow get him off of him because Von was sitting down. Right. Somehow get under there, slam D West on the thing. And so we had to break it up. I think Shaq broke it up. Shaq broke it up because it ended up from right here to all the way in front of Shaq locker or something. And I was just like, damn, that was a crazy day right there. That was funny. We still
Hey, that's the competitor in Delonte West. He couldn't win. He couldn't get a stop, so he fired.
Yeah. And then one day we watch a film. Here go another one. One day we watch a film in the locker room, and the star of the show that day was Rondo. Man, Doc was hot at Rondo or something. He kept pointing out something at Rondo. Man, Rondo must have grabbed his shoe and smashed the television and got out of there.
Just left?
Yeah. I was like, damn. I mean, he was just riding Rondo, though. He was. Like, Rondo was to blame for we lost. I think this was a playoff game, too. I can't remember, but like, damn, man, I could write a whole book, but that's just a couple of little, like, stories from the locker room that, like, never made the media or nothing like that.
Yeah, that's the kind of locker room y'all had. I love it. Delonte, the competitor in him.
Yeah.
He's a fierce competitor.
For sure.
So he losing, he can't get a stop. Now he's throwing the
like
ball.
That. Oh my gosh. He went to tactics.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the check. After the first check, me and Delonte would have been fighting after the first one.
Yeah. After the first check.
The check was because he was this close.
Well, see, that would have saved Von Wafer a lot of stress. But you got to understand, Von, it's just going to escalate. If you let me step on your shoes, pretty soon I'm going to be reaching in your pocket.
Right.
It's going to escalate. Right. You know what I mean? Right. It's going to escalate. Right. You got to stop everything at the door. The first thing right there, this is it right here. Now you have to raise him one.
Yeah, but that was.
You got to go to another level.
I took a date to the locker room before.
What you mean?
I just showed her the court. Like, yeah, this is where we practice at. I showed her the logo, just touched the logo. I did. I took a date to the locker room because, we had 24-hour access. So I took it. I was like, we stopped by the locker room. Like, yeah, this is my locker right here.
So this is before.
I'm like, yeah, this is my locker right here.
This before social media.
Yeah. This is rookie contract.
This is before social media.
This is
before social media.
I brought her in like, yeah, this is my locker right here. Here, let me take you out to the court. Look, yeah. I remember doing that. That was a date. That was a date.
So that was before you went home. You stopped there.
Yeah, because I lived down the street. I said, let's start right here. I'm gonna show you my locker. I was rookie contract though.
That is a funny one. That right there. Take on a day. Hey, let me show you my locker, baby.
Let me show you my locker. That was the date.
Wow.
That was a funny. Yeah, she liked it. She was like, dang. This is before social media though. You know, I thought it was cool because we got our practice facility, you know?
Right. No, practice facility was rare.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We got our own practice facility. You know, I'm going to the Clippers ain't got no practice facility then.
Lakers either.
Like a lot of teams didn't.
Yeah, they practice at Southwest College. Lakers, all that.
Yeah. So we got ours because we didn't have ours my first year. I think the practice facility came like my second or third year. So I was like, man,
I think that second year because we stayed out there the whole summer.
We stayed out there for the summer.
Because before there wasn't no reason to stay out there. Wasn't nothing there. You practice at Brandeis.
Can't get into Brandeis.
Yeah. But I mean, that's not even a facility though. You gotta that's a school. So it's like that's a whole nother deal. You can't just go up in there. A practice facility, and that just shows you where the NBA is today compared to even back then.
No practice facility ain't like that, and it's hard to pull in free agents.
Okay, let's get out of here with this one. It's a double question. What is your best arena to play in, road trip wise? Maybe because it's the whole deal, like the arena, the nightlife after the game.
That's easy.
Now, what's the worst one in terms of, dang, this arena, the fans is on me, the rent, it's cold in here, it's weak, the food is nasty.
I can't stand this place. So the best arena, that's gonna give you you're gonna get the Holy Trinity. I like the arena, the hotel, the restaurants, all of that's gravy. It's probably New York. Like to play in the Garden.
Better in LA, so how?
Yeah. Because I went to the Garden more, so I like to play in the Garden. There's, certain restaurants I like to go to. They had all the different restaurants, and they stayed open late. See, that's big in the NBA stuff that stay open late. Because a lot of times we getting out of the game 11:30, 12, or landed in the city 12, 1 o'clock. Stuff that got stay open late. You love that. So I'm gonna say for that. Worst city, man, Cleveland, bro. Oh my gosh, though, I cannot stop.
That's why the Cavs is rolling right now. See what I said? They rolling.
Cleveland though, because I went to Morton Steakhouse and got sick off of Morton Steakhouse in Cleveland. Like, you're not supposed to get sick at a chain like disrespectable. I ate the shrimp and they was like undercooked, I think. I remember I had food poisoning the next day at the game. I was like, man, I can't ever remember being out of my hotel room in Cleveland. Bugs, cold. It's bad. It's bad. And our hotel is connected to the mall, so it's fans everywhere. You can't even, it's like, man.
It's connected to the mall. So
yeah, the hotel we stay in is connected to the mall. So like you go downstairs, you in the mall. Like, what is this? Y'all always hated Cleveland, dog. Yeah. Always.
What was the team in the city where it was like, oh, we're playing so-and-so? Like what you and...
New York. Man, ticket used to be out till 6 in the morning in New York.
What about another city? Was there another city that was like Memphis or Houston or Atlanta or Portland or anyone like that?
Toronto, I'm talking about we have a 1 o'clock game. The next day, we're going to be out in Toronto. Think about that, a 1 in the afternoon game, because we played a lot of 1 in the afternoon games there for some reason on like a Friday or like a Saturday. I remember. Man, Sam, let's go. Let's get out. What we do is going to buck Toronto and beat them. But Toronto was a great city because they had nice little lounges you can hang out at and cool spots.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're
I like
very
very accommodating.
international.
It felt like you was out overseas, but you wasn't. I love Toronto. The people are nice. Shoot. Yeah, I love Toronto. All right, y'all. That's it from the Truth Lounge. Make sure you subscribe. Get more good content week in and week out with me, your boy, The Truth, and of course, Jay Crowe. We out.